will find a rookie driver, the best of the bunch, one who is ready to push themselves even further, beyond the limits.
Sébastien Loeb Rally EVO is a 2016 rally racing game developed by Milestone. Milestone previously developed the WRC series from 1 to 4, and also the MotoGP 13 and 14, Ride 1 and 2, and of course, one of my old-time nostalgia, the Screamer series. So they are not without a strong racing game developing history. I never played it or saw any videos of it before the day I purchased it. I thought it'd be a video game that's sort of like the WRC series but different. The thing about WRC series is that I always wanted a little bit more out of the physics and the graphics department. But I never really hear much about WRC 5 or WRC 6. I'm not sure why that is, but there's just so little information about it. They don't even have an English wiki page. Well, so, whatever, I really just want to take a chance on these sort of games.
Caution, left 5 over crest, 120.
When you first playing it, it felt like WRC game, and you might even feel a little bit disappointed. But interestingly enough, the game grows on you quickly. Before you know it, it shows a charm that you cannot explain.
Keep on right for narrow left 5 minus 70. Right 4, 40.
You get to play Sébastien Loeb's career as a Volt, which all begins with a documentary video about the era.
2007 was the beginning of a new adventure because we changed car. We went with a C4 WRC. For me, this was the first time I was involved in the
But I
development of a
think
car from
this
scratch.
part would have played way better
I was the
if
number one
they
team
would offer
member,
a subtitles
so
version
it was up
instead
to
of a
me
dub
to build
version
up the car
only.
to its best potential,
Because,
the engineers and
well,
the rest of the
it's just
team.
not quite him anymore, isn't it?
3, 2, 1, go.
Otherwise, there's career mode, where you buy cars to do races, quick start, and online mode. Unfortunately, there's no one playing in online mode, so I couldn't get any footage out of the game mode. But whatever, multiplayer on this type of rally games never really come across my thoughts anyway. It's always about the rallying experience, and this game delivers.
Right 6, 70. Right 6 plus 60. Right 6 plus 40. Into right 2 long and left 5, 70. Left 5 plus 50.
The physics and control are very nice, but you won't notice it until sometimes into the game because At first, it will appear that the steering is really difficult to handle. Not until some hours into the game you realize it is actually trying to simulate a real rally experience, where you constantly need to adjust the steering wheel to stay on track. And the physics actually supports this, where if you turn too much and you're trying to turn back and you would actually be able to handle the car. It's really hard to explain by words, but once you try it, you probably know what I mean, but it works out really well. The physics in the steering, and you constantly have to adjust it to stay on track. So just like the real rally racing, you learn how to constantly adjusting it to keep yourself on track, and you understand the fun of it once you get to try it.
Tightens into hairpin left and right side minus 40. Left 6 into right side plus and right 6 50.
The game also have rewind feature. Seems to be a standard these days. I don't mind it really. But this one does have a bit of a twist. Even though you are offered up to 9 rewinds, you cannot use it whenever you want. If you just rewind it, and you cannot use it again until you drive some point further than when you begin to rewind. So each time you rewind, you only get that one chance to do it right. But to compensate the difficulty, you are given a brief moment before the rewind begins to adjust your wheel in different directions, or making a strong brake or speeding up before the rewind begins. This means it can literally change the outcome of this rewind, which makes a lot more sense since what you are trying to do is to correct a mistake. And I think this is brilliant.
Left 5 plus 50. Left 6 plus.
The game plays well on my MSI PX60 laptop, which running on the Intel Core i7-6700HQ and NVIDIA GTX 960M with 2GB of memory. All higher setting at 1080p. From time to time, it does have some kind of a delay or lag, but I can't really be sure if it's software or hardware because it does not happen that often. So the game plays good after you get used to it. Its replay feature is nice too. You also have a free camera mode that you can look around the car and perhaps do some screenshots or something. And this game is just overall a very solid experience. I totally recommend it.